Hello and welcome back to Blue Thumb Adventures. I'm Ashley behind the camera today. And let's just do a quick garden tour, January garden tour, before the super cold nights hit and kind of start destroying stuff. In our video, you'll see Koa making his appearance. He's got his own channel, which I can link below, but of course he's got to make an appearance here as well. Koa, pretty boy. Alright, so in the entryway we have some different flowers, alyssum, sweet peas, things like that. I don't have anything growing on the trellis right now, but I did plant earlier some Malabar spinach inside that I'm hoping to take over this whole trellis and bring some real beauty to the garden. So we'll go this way. Guys, I have green beans growing. I planted them just on a whim, didn't expect them to do anything, and of course they're not, doing anything great, but they're not dead yet. I'm sure they will be soon from the cold, but I don't mind the greenery in the garden. This bed doesn't have a whole bunch. There's some random flowers I threw in here. I'm not really sure what to do with these two front beds, this one and that one, but I'll figure that out. So for this bed here, we've got carrots and onions growing in here. We've got some celery growing along the front, some radishes thrown in there. This bed, I should back up a little bit. This is the first bed you see when you enter into the garden. This has all of the brassicas right now. We've got kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, tatsoi, I think that's it, and then garlic. And this is probably one of my favorite beds right now, just because it's so full. And then there's that carrot and onion bed. Behind that, this is our peppers and herbs. This is our spicy peppers and herbs. Now, you'll see that the peppers over here, I'll take you closer in a second, are not looking so hot. They do not like the cold weather, and I will chop them down soon, like I did the sweet peppers, and overwinter those. And I'll show you guys in another video how I protect those to try and keep them so that I have a jump start in spring. But we've got herbs and stuff in here. We've got some peas, sugar snap peas growing up the trellis. And that is the corner of death. That is the hottest part of the garden in the summertime. So what I'm thinking of doing this upcoming spring is doing that whole corner in sunflowers. I think that would be really pretty. And they can take poor soil and also the heat. So that's what I'm hoping there. Along the back here, I usually have stuff planted all the way down. I don't have anything right now. I apologize for the jets flying above. But it's because that's not set up to irrigation. And I'm currently pregnant. I'm 5 months pregnant. So dealing with that in the summertime would have been it was just not something I was interested in doing. So I decided to put that whole area to bed. But coming in spring, that's where I'm going to have all my tomatoes. So I plan to have like 16 Roma tomatoes, and then over here I'll have my cherry tomatoes because this side gets a little less sun, and cherry tomatoes don't need as much. So I'll show you guys my setup and how I plan on doing that once it gets closer. We've got our brassica bed here. Right behind it, we've got a mix of things in this bed. One thing I'm proud of is these tomatoes. We've got Roma tomatoes. We are in January, and these boys are still going strong. Now, they're not going to like the 30-degree weather that we have coming up for the next few nights, so I will protect them. But they have tons of green tomatoes on them. I'll bring you in closer to show you. Lots of them. So, I will protect this. Underneath, we've got some basil, some spinach thrown in here. We've got some cilantro, chives, and then on this side we've got different kinds of lettuce. So this is just a random bed of goods. And then we're going to go back this way. Nebraska bed. Cherry tomatoes. We're on to this side of the garden, which I told you I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this front bed. But right here, this is where I had the cauliflower, broccoli. You can see I have one broccoli plant left. I did leave it to let it bloom. See if we can get some pollinators. So I just left that since it was in the corner of the bed. It wasn't really bothering me. Then I've got some more collard greens here. I've got some dill growing. And then the only other thing in this bed is more garlic. So this bed is going to be planted out. Pretty sure I'm going to be putting like my zucchini and squash in here. So this bed is prepped and ready to go. And I started those seeds inside already. So in the next couple weeks they'll be out here. And I'll show you guys how I set that up. On the bed behind that, I have my sweet pepper bed. Excuse me, Koa. Now, you'll see these look just like sticks. And that's because I plan to overwinter them. I'm going to cover them and protect them and have a jump start on my pepper growing for this spring. Now, some of them still have the leaves on them. You don't want that. You want it to just be the stick because the plant is going to continue to put effort into growing this, whereas if you take them all off, the plant is going to focus on preserving itself, and that's what we want. So I'll take the rest of the leaves off of these guys, and then I'm going to cover these just like I cover the other peppers and the tomatoes with some frost fabric, keep them toasty, and then come spring I should have a good jump start on some sweet peppers. So that's the goal there. Again, here's where the cherry tomatoes will go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe is the full garden tour. We've got our little fig tree here. But this, I guess, is not good lighting, but this is the overview of the January 2025 garden. Not too shabby, lots of green. I can't wait to get some color in here, some flowers and whatnot. Maybe that's what I'll do with these front beds, put flowers on both of these. And that's that. 2025 January garden tour. What are you guys growing? Are you growing anything? Is it too cold where you are? Luckily, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and we have really hot summers, but right now it's in the 60s during the day, so not too bad. I still got some green going. But let me know down below what you guys are growing, if you're growing anything, or what you'd like to grow. And I will do these monthly, maybe twice a month, not sure. Garden tours just to keep you guys updated as spring approaches. But that's all for today. Until next time, bye.